Welcome to Home Cooking with Holly. When we recently took a transatlantic cruise, we stopped in Galicia, Spain, also called A Coruña, and we fell in love with this little cafe that we found, and I've been trying to recreate a couple of the dishes that we tried there. I'll link below my cheese and tomato scone recipe, and I'm going to attempt both of these more than once. This one was very similar to an Italian biscotti, you may call it. I say biscotti. It had nuts in it. It was very chocolatey. It was delicious. So I found a recipe that I'm going to try, and this will be attempt number 1. We'll see how we do. Now, what I'm making isn't actually a biscotti. It's a carquinyolis. I hope I said that correctly. They originated in Catalonia, Spain, and it's a crunchy almond biscuit is what it refers to. Now, I'm not using almonds, but you can use almonds, hazelnuts, or pistachios in this. I'm going to keep experimenting, though, to make sure I figure out which nut they used in Galicia. This is the first recipe I found that was very similar to the Carquinyolis. Sorry, if I'm saying that wrong, that we had in Spain. So we're going to try this one out. This is a traditional one that has pistachios in it. The one that we had in Spain, I think, had almonds, but my husband loves pistachios, so I'm going to try that. So the first thing I'm going to do is remove the shells from the pistachios. And I'm using 70 grams of peeled pistachios. And this recipe does follow the metric system because it is from Europe. However, a kitchen scale makes this really easy. So next I'm going to measure out my flour, and I'm going to use the kitchen scale. So I need 175 grams of flour. And to that, I am going to add 8 grams of baking powder, a pinch of salt, and then 10 grams of cocoa powder. I just need to add 2 more grams here. And I'm just going to mix this up and create that little well in the center to add my wet ingredients to. And I'm going to add 2 large eggs. And this is also where I'm going to add the sugar. I know this isn't a wet ingredient, but this is what the directions say. So I'm using 90 grams of sugar. And then I'm adding some orange zest. You want the zest of half of an orange, and you can use dried zest or fresh zest here. And I'm just going to mix that up really well. Next, I'm going to add in my pistachios. And again, I'm going to give that a good mix. Now, this looks really dry and crumbly, and the only real moisture is from those 2 large eggs. So make sure you use large eggs. Don't scrimp on this and use small or medium eggs because you won't have enough moisture. But if you get in there with your hands and really start mixing it up, it comes together really well. And once I have this mixed up, I'm going to line an 8x8 or a 9x9. You could also use pan. And I'm going to line that with the parchment paper. Love parchment paper. How do we live without it? And I'm going to just press that down into an even layer. And I'm preheating my oven. The directions say to do 175 degrees Celsius, which is about 347 degrees Fahrenheit. So I set mine to 345. And next I baked this for about 14 minutes. And then I just let it sit for about 10 minutes, and I'm going to slice it sort of on an angle into it's almost like a biscotti piece, but this is a bit different from an Italian biscotti, or biscotti, if you say it that way. Then I'm going to flip them onto their sides, and I'm going to put them back into the oven for 5 minutes. And then I'll pull them out, flip them onto the other side, and bake them for another 5 minutes. These do not get as crunchy as biscotti, but they're very close, very similar. And they're done. And just like in Spain, I served it up with some coffee. They're absolutely delicious. Not exactly the same, but very close. Okay, it's delicious, especially dipped in your coffee, but it's not the same thing that we had in Galicia. So I need to find a different cocoa, I think. It was a darker chocolate, and I don't think the nut was correct. I don't think it was a pistachio. So I'm going to find one that's more of a dark chocolate and use some hazelnuts and give that a try. This cookie was not quite a biscotti. It was similar, but a little bit softer. So I don't know. We'll see what happens with the next attempt. I hope you follow along. Please like and subscribe and follow me for more recipes and cooking tips.